Go big or go home. Today we're going to take a look at the Gwenpool Omnibus by Christopher Hastings, Nick Kocher, and Mark Waid. It is a 1,184 page count and the cover price of $125. Let's get into this omnibus review. Alright, so here we have the Gwenpool Omnibus. You get the Deadpool Secret Wars #2 artwork here from Chris Bachalo on the dust jacket with Gwen Poole herself. They went with blue for some reason. They changed it to blue from pink. Don't understand why they went with that, but it is what it is. Taking a look at the inside of the dust jacket. Gwen Poole herself kind of explaining what she is and how she's involved in the 616 universe. And on the right-hand side, the creators, of course. Now looking at this great wraparound cover, man. This is from the Doctor Strange story that is included in this omnibus. Great-looking wraparound cover. Love the way the colors pop. Reminds me very much of that Doctor Strange Jason Aaron run. The pink ribbon, which is cool. Everything kind of with the pink, except for the damn dust jacket, of course, which they changed for whatever reason. But this thing has good binding. Nice eye. Definitely not a huge amount of gutter loss throughout this book. You get the bright pink bookend pages, the Gwenpool title page. Then you got a list of the creators and such who all worked on this Gwenpool Omnibus. And then it has a little like intro here about Gwenpool and this cover appearance. Now, Gwenpool's character actually really technically shows up first in this Howard the Duck, which is collected in these the first, I think it's 3 issues in the beginning of this omnibus here. But that really wouldn't have happened unless you would have had the Deadpool Secret Wars #2 from Chris Bachalo. So at the time, really what happened was Gwen Stacy had a huge pop. We had Spider-Gwen. She was just introduced into the 616, and there was a lot of hype around that character, and they had, of course, as Marvel does, and every comic book company does now, really, every publisher, they have tons and tons of variants. So they decided to do all these different Gwen Stacy variants. So they had, like, Groot and just a bunch of just ridiculous-ass variant covers with, Spider-Gwen with different characters in the MCU. But Gwenpool is the one that actually kind of caught on, and people became a fan of it. So what they did was kind of just go to cons and stuff like that, dressed up like this Gwenpool. Marvel obviously got, hip to that, seen the popularity of this character, so that's when they kind of decided to put her into this like Howard the Duck series, and then her own little special there, which continued into the ongoing stuff with the Gwenpool as well. So really, it was the fans that got this character going, and I will say that they do build on this character a lot more. It's not just like a money grab where they were just like, all right, people like this character. It's kind of like a cute, funny, I don't know, play on Deadpool and Spider-Gwen and stuff like that. So we're not just going to kind of put out like trash material and sell a bunch of comics to people. It's actually good writing. It's funny. It's quirky. It's kind of what you would expect in like a female version of a Gwen Stacy Deadpool mix, mercenary for hire, kind of the breaking the fourth wall type of thing, even though she doesn't really. It's a very complicated character for sure, but it's definitely enjoyable, and I think it really it grows throughout these pages of this omnibus as well. So you have like this MODOK stuff here as well, where she actually takes down like these people robbing a bank or whatever, and she teams up with this dude Cecil, and MODOK ends up killing like her newfound friend or whatever, and she ends up actually like working for MODOK after that. Crazy ass artwork, just very cartoonish and anime style. It's very fun. Definitely not for everybody. I wouldn't like recommend this as like a must-have omnibus for people. This is definitely a very niche type of story here. Oh, Fin Fang Foom. Always love when he just pops up in comics. But it's definitely a cool character, man. They definitely took something that could have just been an easy cash grab, and they actually built on the character quite a bit throughout. This is a big omnibus, too. 1,184 pages, so there is a ton of Gwenpool material. And let's speak just quick about what this omnibus does collect. So this collects the Unbelievable Gwenpool 1-25, Rocket, Raccoon, and Groot 8-10, Champions #5, Edge of Venomverse #2, West Coast Avengers 1-10, Superior Spider-Man 7-8, Gwenpool Gwenpool Strikes Back 1 through 5, and material from Howard the Duck. 2015 B 1 through 3, Gwenpool Special number 1, Gwenpool Holiday Special Merry Mix-Up and Secret Empire Brave New World, Not Brand number 14. So that is what is collected in this omnibus. Deadpool there looking awesome, showing up. You do get some Deadpool stuff in here. A bunch of different characters from Marvel show up. And what's cool about this is Gwen Poole herself is actually like a comic book fan. So just getting into like how she came about and this character came to be. She's like a normal girl. She ends up getting brought into this Marvel 616 universe. So she's in this universe. She has a lot of knowledge because she's a comic book fan. She knows about these characters and everything like that. She knows the secret identities of some of these people. So it's definitely a very kind of a cool thing for her to know, which I like the end there, which is kind of funny. That's where it has like that Deadpool kind of feel to it throughout this. But she knows who these secret identities are. She kind of plays to it. She like talks to like Miles and kind of like tells him that like she knows who he is and stuff like that. So that's one of like her kind of abilities. Other than that, she's really just like a mercenary for hire. She doesn't really have like superpowers like that. It does build on throughout these issues. She does like, she starts off and she is just a terrible hero. She's just absolutely awful. But throughout the story, she does learn, her character does grow. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't just like a cash grab on this book or on any of these books. It was actually, they're building a story, and it actually works. For me, it works. Not one of my favorite like reads. Like I did enjoy it. I would say I picked this up because I was a huge fan of the Spider-Gwen Omnibus. I thought that knocked it out of the park. I loved pretty much every single bit of the Spider-Gwen stuff. Was a huge fan of that. It's kind of one of the reasons why I did pick this up, because I figured it would be kind of similar, which it is in a way, especially when it comes to like the artwork throughout this and kind of the goofiness and quirkiness of these stories. I mean, it's nice to read something like that sometimes. Sometimes you get so involved in heavy, deep storylines, whether it be Marvel stuff or indie stuff where it gets like really heavy, like The Walking Dead or like Firepower or whatever, something is killing children, that type of stuff. It's kind of nice to just read something just a little fun and stupid for a little bit. And this is that. This is fun and stupid. It has good artwork. It's got that good like kind of anime style and cartoonish wise. You get the Jeff the Land Shark here, which is always great, man. He's a funny little character. So it's definitely, like I said, it's not for everybody, but if you're into this kind of thing and you kind of want to break up the monotony of just reading some just really heavy material for once and just kind of getting something you can read a couple issues of here and there and just kind of enjoy and laugh and enjoy the artwork, then this is definitely something you're going to want to like check out. It's fairly decent here, and I really am a fan of this artwork. I wasn't really hip to it at first when I read the Spider-Gwen Omnibus. That was one of the things that I kind of was worried about when I first started reading it. I was like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna like this artwork. But really, when the storytelling is so good, the artwork it kind of just fits the nature of this character and what's going on. So that's one thing that I did really enjoy about that. Miss Marvel there, she pops up in here. Now, is this going to make one of my top 10 lists of favorite omnibuses in the collection? Probably not, but I am glad that I do have it in the collection, and I think that if you can get it from a place for a good price, it's definitely worth having in the collection. Now, I get all my books from organicpricebooks.com, the best place to get your omnibus and other collected editions. Super fast shipping, bulletproof packaging, and amazing customer service. Use promo code DROCK to get $2 off your purchase at organicpricebooks.com. And if you use code DROCK, ship it together, you can get 5% off an order of 3 or more books. So join the OPB family today. The link is down in the description. Now we got all these different variant covers. Of course, with the Gwenpool, you're going to have a ton of different variant covers. Got the Ron Lim, Galactus and Santa Claus variant there. Mike Diodato Jr., he's always killing it on covers, man. The MODOK Gwenpool with all of her sick weapons. How to draw Gwenpool there, which is kind of cool to have included in the back of this omnibus. So yeah, a bunch of different variant covers collected and stuff like that. Like I said, it's not going to blow your hair back. It's probably one that I can't fully recommend to everybody because it's definitely a very niche book, but I enjoyed the hell out of it. Let me know what you think about this omnibus down in the comments below. And of course, as always, thank you for watching.